Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Speedy if you're new here. Today I'm taking a bit of a mental health day. What best way to take a mental health day? By reading all day. I've been wanting to do this since I got my camera, just have a 24-hour reading challenge, which is what we're going to do, except we're going to make it functional. We're going to make it healthy. I will eventually do a 24-hour reading challenge, but at the moment I am burned out, I am tired, I am irritable, I am just in the worst possible kind of state I could be in, and I just need a moment to kind of just be myself with myself and enjoy myself, and I really enjoy myself reading. Right now what we're going to do, it is 8:53 in the morning. I'm going to go for a coffee run really quick, get myself some coffee, get my boyfriend some coffee, and then we're gonna go ahead and pick up my book, and I'll explain to you all my 24-hour reading challenge after that. Let's go ahead and do that coffee run and we'll be right back. Okay. So I have my coffee right here, I have my books right here, and then I'm just gonna get some water before we start. Just to explain the rules of the reading challenge. I'm not gonna say rules, more like parameters of the reading challenge. It is going to be a 24-hour reading challenge, but it's not going to be a consecutive 24 hours. Like I said, I want to make it functional and I want it to be healthy because I'm already in a state of disarray. I just want to enjoy myself and challenge myself a little bit at the same time. I'm going to stop my timer every time I stop reading. I'm going to go on with my day, walk my dog, go to the gym, eat, sleep. But anytime I have free time, instead of watching Netflix or instead of going on my phone, I'm going to read a book. Currently, I am reading A Court of Silver Flames. I am 2/3 through it. I believe I will finish this in the 24-hour reading challenge, and then I have 2 more books I can pick from, Powerless by Elsie Silber or King of Wrath by Anna Huang, and then I also have my Kindle and can browse through Kindle Unlimited. I am not going to be using audiobooks unless I can somehow manage to get a deal on the Audible subscription, because currently I don't have any more listening hours in Spotify and I'm not gonna pay almost $20, or I think it's less than that, just for one audiobook. We'll see how long it takes me to complete this 24 hours. So this is the first day. It is 9:27. We'll go ahead and get started with this challenge. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with The Court of Silver Flames. I also have it on Kindle, so this book is huge. If I get tired of holding it, I'm just gonna switch to my Kindle to continue reading it. Let's go, let's get started. Hey Siri, can you set a 24-hour timer?
Timers can be set for 24 hours or longer.
Gwen is like the sweetest thing. I forgot how much I like this book. You know the writing is good when the author makes you care for an inanimate object. Like, how do I have so much love and appreciation for a house? Okay, we're stopping the timer. So we have 21 hours and 44 minutes left. We are in chapter 69 and I got about this much left. I genuinely have forgotten how much I like this story. Sometimes when I go in reading some of like Mass's work, I'm just like,
Do I like it because like everyone's telling me to like it, or do I like it because it's good?
I like it because it's good. In my opinion, she's a really good author. She really sucks me in. It's been so good so far. Right now, I'm gonna go walk my dog and have some lunch. And probably while I'm having lunch, I'll probably pick it up, but I'll probably pick it up on my Kindle so then I can read it much easier. It's always those last 100 pages. Always those last 100 pages that are just so intense. I have less than 100 pages to go. So I'm pretty sure I'll finish those in the next 30 minutes to an hour. So next time y'all see me read. I had lunch. I have a stroop waffle with me. So we're going to continue reading. I finished A Court of Silver Flames, and it went by much faster than I expected it would go. I'm not going to give a rating right now because I have to collect my thoughts, and since I'm gonna go ahead and jump into another book, yeah, I just need to collect my thoughts. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna give it like 15 minutes to charge. I'll be right back. Okay, I took a small break, mostly as a buffer, but this was an emotional roller coaster. Now I'm really looking forward to my gym time later because I want to be able to survive and win the blood right. So yeah, it was a really good book. I forget how much I like it. I love the friendships that Nesta built, and her self journey and like healing and stuff like that is just so empowering, and it's a really good book. This is why I kind of want to see like an Eris redemption arc or a Tamlin redemption arc. Yes, I'm curious about Elaine, but I'm also curious about these other characters that obviously have a lot more depth to them. Nesta's story reminds me a lot of Manon, and I kind of just want to see Manon, Nesta, and Aelin kind of just fight. So that'd be so much fun. I can see an overlap there. I saw a lot of Easter eggs this time around, especially for Crescent City. I think there's less Throne of Glass, more Crescent City. Anyway, moving on to King of Rat, because I don't know if y'all can hear that, but the gardeners are here and it's gonna make it very difficult to talk. Let's go. We're at 19 hours and 40 minutes left, and we are about this much into King of Wrath. So my mom called me and I ended up being on the phone with her for like an hour, and I lost track of time. So read or talk to my mom. I obviously talked to my mom. Great start to this challenge. So far, I am in chapter 9. I'm in chapter 9, and as soon as I started reading the book, everything came back to me. Like, I know how it goes and how it ends. It all came back to me. I just don't remember the details of it. So I feel like this time around, I will enjoy it a little bit more because it's a nice change of pace compared to like the other romance books that I've been reading, and I think it's welcomed right now. So yeah, we're gonna pause this. I'm gonna go ahead and cook, and then after that, we're going to the gym. So I'll probably pick this up again after dinner, most likely. It is quite late. I went to the gym and I walked my dog and I had dinner and I cooked. It is really late. So it's 9:30. I still have 19 hours on the timer left. And I want to like make a bit of a dent. We're on King of Wrath, and I do have my Kindle, which I know they have on Kindle Unlimited. I will be switching to my Kindle pretty soon. I'll be reading from my book, and once it hits 10, I'll probably switch to my Kindle so I can let everyone else sleep. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start the timer. And it starts. let's read for a bit longer. Last night I think I only read for about an hour, so I didn't make too much progress. We're still on King of Wrath. These 24 hours are gonna take me a week watch, but this is basically gonna be a week reading in my life or something like that. But yeah, we're at 18:17 right now, so we're gonna go ahead and start and resume here. Pausing the timer to walk my dog and grab some lunch. So we're gonna pause the timer. We're at 12 hours and 56 minutes. I feel like I finally have made a dent. We're almost halfway there. And I am almost done with this book. I am in chapter 42 of King of Wrath. I'm gonna go to the gym really quick. I need a break. I feel like the words on the page were just starting to blur into a blob. I don't know how people do this for 24 hours straight. Eventually I will take that challenge, but not today. Since I do have about 12 hours, I am going to pick up reading again later this evening. So I'll probably be sleeping a little bit later than usual, but that's okay because I could sleep in tomorrow. My dilemma is that I have 2 books at home that I could read, and then obviously my Kindle. But out of the 2 books, I don't want to read the Elsie Silver book during this challenge because I really like her books and I feel like I won't enjoy it as much as I would if I just read it just for myself. And then the other one that I have is that new Ali Hazelwood book, so I could always read that too. But because Ali Hazelwood and Anna Huang have a very similar writing style sometimes, I feel like I need some kind of buffer in between, so I'm just like, should I do a thriller book? But then my dilemma comes from I don't want to go to sleep with a thriller book in my head because I don't want to have nightmares or anything like that, depending on the thriller book itself. In conclusion, I don't know what to read after this. I'm gonna think about it while I'm at the gym, and I'm gonna see if I can stop by for some little midnight snacks so I can stay up as long as possible reading. Okay, so I have like 2 chapters and the epilogue to go, just this much left. And I'm at 12 hours and 56 minutes. So I'm waiting for my boyfriend to get out of the shower. In the meantime, I'm gonna finish this book. So then when I get out of the shower, I can start my new book. And I will tell y'all after I'm done with this what it will be. Let's get reading. I finished the book and I found another book to read. I went to go shower before starting to read. The timer is currently at 12 hours and 17 minutes and we finished King of Wrath. Basically, it's about this one old money Dante Russo who gets blackmailed into marrying new money Vivian Lau, and it just follows a story about their relationship and Dante basically trying to get his revenge and trying to like get rid of all the blackmail while at the same time like falling in love with Vivian, and then Vivian's in the dark about everything. So it's just a story about them. If you know Anna Huang, she is usually what they refer as like stepping your toes into like smutty books. So this is a bit more of a spicier book than your usual typical romance book. I wouldn't say it's like all smut, no plot. There's a lot more plot, but it is on the more adult side. I might retract my rating later because it's late, but I think I'm going to rate this a 4 out of 5. It is a typical billionaire romance with a possessive alpha male kind of situation. Like I knew exactly what I was getting into when reading this kind of book, and that was exactly the kind of book I wanted to get into. Nothing necessarily dark, but something with a bit more of a morally gray character. The type of I will kill anyone who touches you kind of person. It was good. I'll definitely be continuing the series now that I've taken a break from her books. I actually went to Target to get some snacks because I was going to stay up a little bit later today. I also was going to get a book. So originally my plan was if I found Queen of Nothing, I was going to read Wicked King and then Queen of Nothing in this 24-hour reading challenge, but because I did not find it, I was kind of browsing around and I almost picked up a thriller book, but I'm just like,
No, I came here with the thought of I'm going to buy this book. If it's not there, I'm not going to buy anything.
so I had self-control and did not buy a book, and instead came home and I'm just like, I'm gonna read a thriller because I really want to read something that's not romance right now. And so I opted for The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. That's what I'm going to be reading next, and that's because Frida McFadden is a bit of a comfort author. I know her writing style, I know the way her books go. I actually have never read The Housemaid, and I feel like this is the book that really got Frida McFadden in like the book talk spotlight, so I'm kind of excited to read it. It is 10:51, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start our timer and get reading. So let's go. Okay, y'all, we're getting at that time of night where like I'm getting a little bit tired. It's way past my bedtime. I am in chapter 11. I'm at 10 hours and 55 minutes. I think it's time for a snack. The book is actually getting really good so far. I would hate having to work for someone like Nina, but it's been a pretty good book so far. But I'll give a summary update once I hit the halfway mark. I'm at 18% right now. So originally I wanted a slice of cake, but I didn't find cake, so I got some chocolate. Here. Ooh, my eyes are getting heavy, but honestly the book is getting pretty good, so I'm gonna try to read as much as I can because I'm genuinely very interested. That is so mean. I'm so tired now, actually. I think I'm just gonna read for another few minutes. Basically, the story is about an ex-con who's looking for a job and is like really desperate. She's living out of her car, and if her parole officer finds out, then she's gonna go back to jail to serve the last 5 years of her sentence. She interviews for a position to be a live-in housemaid, and she gets it, but like obviously the family's kind of strange. The husband's like alright, but like the daughter's like a crazy little like demon child, and then the wife is just has some issues going on. It's just kind of crazy. Like everything that's going on is kind of weird, and I'm feeling kind of delusional talking to the camera at this point because I'm so tired. But the story is so good, and I'm just like, one more chapter. Crazy. Something just happened in the story. I'm just like, ooh, girl, if you get caught. And that's what I'm trying to get to, like to that point, because I know that something's going to happen in the next few chapters, and I just want to stop there before it gets kind of like too much. crazy. That's crazy. We have 9 hours and 25 minutes on the timer. I'm going to go ahead and pause it now. I'll go to sleep. I will see y'all when I'm more awake. We're taking a break from reading. I was going to actually sit down and read this morning, maybe go to a coffee shop or something, but like I said, I have plans for today that's going to be in another video. I really hope I have some time to read because I really want to know what happens next in the book. Not even because I have to actually finish those 9 hours, but because I literally dreamed about the book and need to know what happens next. I'm glad I picked the thriller. So let's show y'all something a little bit different and head out. I have not done an update in a while, but I finished the book I was reading. I finished The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I'm at 6 hours and 44 minutes. So we're making good time. Quick thoughts about the book. I realized something about myself. I don't think I would ever have the stomach to someone, because when some things were happening to the true villain of the story, I felt bad. I felt sorry for them. You never know when you're in an extreme situation for survival how you may react, but I have such a weak stomach. I felt bad. Even though they deserved everything they had coming. The twist was twisting. It was kind of expected in a way, but also it was it was just good. It was overall really good. I like the storytelling. I understand now why this is one of McFadden's most popular books. I think I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 5. I am going to read Powerless by Elsie Silver because I just came back from a rodeo. Y'all will see this in some other video of mine. Even though this one, I don't think it's about any of the brothers. I think it's about Jasper. It still might give some country vibes, and I'm really into the country theme right now. I've been watching Heartland these past few weeks, so I've just been really country obsessed. I'm in my country girl era, I guess. In conclusion, we're gonna go ahead and read this for a bit. I did get some reading done last night, and this morning I got up to chapter 8. I was a lot slower on my reading this time around because I think I just was kind of tired. We're so close to the end. Very close to the end. I really want to finish this today. So we are going to aim to read 3 hours and 15 minutes. So then we can just say I'm done with the 24-hour reading challenge. I did not realize how hard it would be to do a 24-hour reading challenge without it being consecutively, because I did not realize how much time I sit down and read for. I thought I would finish it pretty fast because I go through books really fast, but that just means I read faster than I thought I did rather than I spend more time reading. We're gonna go ahead and continue reading this. It's done! The timer is done! You can't tell because I just turned it off. But I finished the 24 hours at 8:23 p.m. I gotta go shower. I made it all the way to chapter 23 in Powerless, and it got really good that I kind of just want to keep reading, but I really need to go shower. My camera looks like it's about to die too. I will give a halfway point because I am over halfway through this book tomorrow when I'm more rested, as well as my thoughts about this 24-hour challenge because I did not think it was gonna last 4 days. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Hello, it is the next day and I am refreshed. I never expected this 24-hour challenge to feel so long, but before we jump into my conclusions of how this challenge went, I wanted to give a quick summary update of Powerless. I actually finished this book today, but we're not going to include that in this video because technically I stopped midway yesterday. Just a quick kind of halfway point for Powerless. This book is the third book in the Chestnut Spring series. It could be read alone, but if you want to enjoy the plot a little bit more, then I recommend starting with the first book, which is Flawless. Jasper and Sloane have been friends since they were kids. This is a friends to lovers kind of trope. They met when Sloane was 10 and I want to say Jasper was like 16, 17. The story kind of just follows along with Sloane having this like unrequited love, but in reality Jasper's sort of kind of into her as well. Sloane comes from a very rich family. Her father intervenes a lot in her relationships as well as kind of uses her daughter as a way of like social climbing and closing businesses. So our story starts where Sloane is engaged and about to get married to this one person who is just a complete fool. It's an arranged marriage and she didn't want to disappoint her father, so that's the reason that she agreed to this marriage. Eventually she realized she was being dumb, called it off, and ran away with Jasper basically. So this whole story just follows Sloane and Jasper basically trying to unravel their feelings for each other and try to like finally admit how they feel about each other. I love the way it starts. The friends to lovers is a trope that I have my issues with, but I really enjoy it if it's done right, and I feel like in this book it's done right. You can see the pining for each other and it's just the whole like just having the courage to admit to each other. Yesterday I stopped right in the part where everyone was just confessing their feelings and it was just so much fun. After my timer went off, I went and read for like another hour and got through a good chunk of it and then finished it today. Book review for this. That was the 24-hour reading challenge. We read a total of 2 books. I want to say 3 because A Court of Silver Flames was a huge book and I already was like halfway through, maybe like 2/3 in. So I'm gonna count that as like half a book. I finished King of Wrath by Anna Huang and The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. So that's 2 books. And then I got halfway through Powerless. So that's another half a book. So we're going to count 3 books. I read 3 books in this 24-hour challenge. I feel like if I could have done it consecutively, I probably would have gotten through more books. But it was so weird because I thought I would finish this in at least 2 days. I did not expect this video to span out in 4 days. So it was just a very, very strange challenge. I'm not usually the type of person that picks up a book immediately after I'm done reading the one that I was reading, unless it's like in a series, and even then I try to control myself. Usually after I'm done with the book, like for example today, I'm probably not going to read anything else until tomorrow just to let this digest and I can form my final opinions about it. I didn't do any audiobooks. I feel like audiobooks would have helped me accomplish this a lot faster, but I just did not have access to any at the moment. But I think other than that, this is where we're going to end it. Very interesting video. I have no idea how this is going to come out. So thank you all for following along. Thank you all for putting up with my shenanigans. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day and I will see you all next time. Bye!